Most families relocating for work completely underestimate how much time and money it really takes, and those mistakes can completely wreck your move. Stick around because in this video, I'm sharing the 5 biggest relocation mistakes professionals make when moving to the Tri Cities, Washington. For example, many don't realize that hidden costs like temporary housing, storage, and utility deposits can easily add thousands to your moving budget. It looks simple on paper. Pack, move, start the new job, but in reality, skipping key steps can leave you filled with regret. Knowing these pitfalls ahead of time means a smoother relocation, less stress for your family, and fewer expenses that pop up to surprise you. And I've got a bonus tip at the end of the video where I'll show you how to get a customized moving checklist that keeps your relocation on track from the very start. Mistake number 1, underestimating the timeline for your move. When a job start date is looming, it's tempting to feel like you can get everything you need done within just a few weeks to 1 month's time. But moving, especially moving out of state, can take way longer than you think. Between selling your home, finding a new one, scheduling movers, setting up all the things that you need to do to get everything on track to actually get the move organized and get on the road and relocated, it can take way more time than you were anticipating. And if that timeline isn't set up correctly, not only can it take more time, but things can be out of order and you might end up in temporary housing. The last thing you want to do when you're already stressed out is have to last minute scramble for temporary housing for you and your family. So, looking at the timeline and making sure you schedule everything out as best you can and allowing plenty of time to coordinate all the different moving parts is critical to not having major mistakes along the way. Although you might have thought that you could get this all done in 3 to 4 weeks, in reality, planning for 60 to 90 days makes things easier. I know that's not always possible because sometimes the relocation timeline and your start dates move quicker than expected. However, if at all possible, try to plan ahead and give yourself the extra time. The last thing you want to do when you're already stressed is end up crunched for time and having to live in temporary housing with your entire family once you get here because you didn't allow enough time to get all the moving parts in place. Relocation is pricey enough, but those hidden costs can sneak up on you and really bite into your budget. Thinking about the things like temporary housing, the cost of your moving company, things like having to transport more than one vehicle, which may mean added fees to your move budget, you might have a relocation package that's covering these, but it might not cover everything, especially if you have extra vehicles, a boat, some kind of extra item or vehicle that's not considered a standard and not covered within the relocation package. And those items you're not anticipating can create mistakes along the way in your budgeting plan and cause a lot of last minute stress. And those hidden costs of relocating are so important that I actually made an entire video on just that topic that you could check out if you want to see all the different hidden costs you might encounter. Now, on to mistake number 3, skipping the community research. You might be just out there Googling and looking up a few things without doing a super deep dive on the communities. The Tri Cities, Washington is a little confusing because from Tri Cities, you would expect 3 cities, but there's actually 4. There are 4 separate cities, but only 3 school districts. So there's a lot of pieces that when you're Googling may not make complete sense. Make sure and do your deep dive research to help you start sorting out all the different aspects of the community and items that you might not think about. Although on the map it looks like one big metro area all combined, each city does have slightly distinct feels. The school districts, while all have great schools, have differences within them, and different amenities and a different vibe do exist in different parts of the Tri Cities. So you want to do as much deep dive into that as you can ahead of time so that you don't get here and be filled with regret. So take the time to look into these things as much as possible, ask questions, and do as much deep dive into the community as you can ahead of your relocation. The next mistake I'm going to go over is overlooking virtual tours and coming out for a house hunting trip. If there's any way possible for you to come out for a house hunting trip, I highly suggest it. A pre-move visit can help you get an in-person look at the differences between the communities and can help you see what those commute times might actually look like, what the different neighborhoods feel like, and what the differences and nuances are to each area. While a pre-move trip might seem a little bit on the expensive side, it can be invaluable in helping you determine the best place to live once you are here in the Tri Cities and can help ease your mind and take some of the stress off. I would hate for you to get here and then realize you absolutely do not even feel comfortable in the Tri Cities. Taking a pre move visit will allow you to see if this is going to be the right fit so you don't waste thousands or tens of thousands moving here only to feel miserable once you arrive and have wasted all that money because you need to turn around and find a new job and move somewhere else because it really isn't a good fit for your family. So, taking the time to come out and spending that little bit of money on the pre move visit can actually end up being a priceless investment. And my last and probably most important mistake I want to go over is not hiring the right agent to help you with your move. A relocation move isn't the same as just purchasing a house across town. You're moving hundreds, if not thousands, of miles away, and you need somebody who can be your hands on expert and can guide you through all the complicated, specific steps that are unique to relocation. Working with an agent that specializes in relocation gives you eyes and ears on the ground here in the Tri Cities while you're still located elsewhere. This person can guide you through the entire process and help answer any questions you have, whether they're on housing, on the community, point you in the direction of where to find contact information for the schools, and help take all that stress off your shoulders so you can focus on the day to day tasks of taking care of your family, wrapping up things at the job where you currently are, and getting prepared for your new job and your new life here in the Tri Cities. A relocation expert knows the timelines, the hidden costs, and the things you need to watch out for and can help guide you through that process step by step. So, what do I suggest as the best way to avoid these 5 top mistakes? My advice on how to avoid these top 5 mistakes is to get a custom relocation plan built out just for you, something that takes in your specific needs, your specific timeline, your specific budget, and the items most important to you and your family. What you need and want in your new neighborhood and the things you need and want for your family are going to be different than what somebody else needs. Therefore, getting the custom relocation plan built out for you will help you get all the moving pieces and parts down on paper and into a summary that you can refer to as you work through the relocation process. It will help organize things and keep the stress and the chaos out of the move and help you avoid all of these mistakes along the way. To get that relocation plan, the first step is just hop down in the comments below. I've got a link down there to my free relocation guide. Grab that downloadable guide and look through that. It's got a step-by-step process that's great for anyone moving. And then from there, once you've gone through that, we can sit down together and come up with that custom plan that goes over everything you specifically need for your move. I really hope this information has been helpful to you. I'm here to answer any questions you have. Please drop those in the comments below. Reach out for that relocation guide. And if you need any other information or resources or help with your move, I'm here to help with that at any time. I'm Hillary Templin, a relocation specialist and real estate broker here in the Tri Cities, Washington, and I look forward to helping you with your upcoming move.